Hi Aries, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. We are going to get into your general reading today, Aries. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle the cards out. We're going to look at a number of different things, actually. I'm going to give you a little story time. I'm going to try to do the readings a little different. So I'm not going to tell you what each spot represents in the card pull. I'm just going to tell you what I see. I'm gonna try that. What do you think? Yeah? Well, it doesn't matter, actually. I think I'm gonna do it anyways. All right, Aries. What do we have here for my Aries? Aries, all of these wonderful Aries, these little fireball babies coming to this tarot reading. Aries, Aries, Aries. All right, Aries, there's some sort of a rebirth process that's happening for you right now. You're rebirthing, baby. Yeah, you're rebirthing. You're actually in process, I would say. You're in process. You're going in a new direction. You're going from what would have been a more difficult time into an easier, a more positive time. There's a sense of hopefulness. I want to say, too, that I'm picking up in these cards. It kind of looks like to me that you've been kind of cautious and careful and patient and determined for a time here, working forward. And it's kind of like now you're approaching your payoff. I want to say, too, I feel like you're ready to, I don't know if you're like wanting to communicate with people that you want to get out and see, or things that you want to get out and do, or you're just going to find yourself in a more communicative, I would say you would be right now. It's actually kind of sitting in your current energy, being more communicative than, I don't know, maybe not necessarily that's typical for you that from the past, because in the past you were really focusing on something here, and it kind of had the feeling like, you know, you weren't really 100% sure how to do it. Like, it feels like there wasn't a lot of experience backing you up in something that you were working through. But I've seen yeah, it's good. So now what you don't realize is that there's going to be a major energy correction for you. So there's some sort of a major energy correction coming for you. It's unexpected. So either it's unexpected, like you don't see this at all. It could be a part of your life that has felt imbalanced, or it could be something that, you know, maybe you've just kind of put on the side burner and you haven't really thought about it in a while. But this is something that's going to be corrected for you. There's a corrective force coming in this. And I want to say, like, it's going to be leading to feeling really good. Like, feelings just being very positive, having kind of a drive and an excitement for what's going on in your life. Yeah, I want to honestly say that your cards look like you're going from a difficult time, maybe even sort of like a bit of a chrysalis, like cocooning, metamorphosing, transmuting, and hatching out. And it looks like you're hatching out into, whether you are realizing it or not, a very balanced energy. Something that's very balanced, something that feels very just for you. Wow, you're really going towards abundance. This is a very life-changing journey. Like and I'm just gonna be honest, it's sitting in the current situation area. So it is like, it's where you're going right now. You might even, some of you may be going towards some sort of a counterpart here. This could be, I don't know, it could be a romantic counterpart. It could be a neighborly, friendly counterpart. It could be a business counterpart. It's not really coming up, but you have counterpart energy on the table, and you have higher level counterpart energy that's coming out as well. So this is also like you're moving towards this abundance. What was that sound? I just listening. Listening. If it was a bird or it was Larry. My cat Larry, he put another cat up in a tree. A little black cat who lives 2 doors down. I've seen it walk in our fence line, and I didn't see what happened, but he was sitting on the fence and it was up in the tree and he wouldn't let it come down. I think he was pretty much saying, I'm done with you walking my fence line. You got to find another way around. Last time I looked out, I didn't see either one of them, so I don't know how that transpired. Okay. All right, so we're going to keep looking. I want to keep looking at a little more depth here. What's going on? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. What's going on with that? I like doing it this way because I'm like, what's she talking about? Huh. All right. Whatever this is that, like, in the past that you were really cautious about, really cautious, there's a sense of being careful because there's a lot to discover in whatever you were maneuvering or creating or trying to understand. And there's, like, you haven't been down that road before. This was a very unfamiliar path. And I feel like this is suddenly opening up. And it's kind of opening, it's being in a state where it feels a very physical. Like, you need to be aware of what's going on right now and, you know, take that in consideration. Like, be realistic here. It has kind of like that energy. But then now it's opening up in a way that allows things to kind of flow the way you would like to. You can almost say whatever you want. Is actually the other thing. She got the Page of Wands and the Eight of Wands, right? So it kind of feels like you could almost say whatever you want. Whatever approach you take to something, you're going to get like movement and communication, perhaps pushing a project forward. Interesting. There's either something or someone that's been off limits to you. It could also be like some sort of an emotion that you've had that you haven't been able to express, or it hasn't been the right environment for you to express yourself in a more emotional way here. This is something that's been blocked off to you. This is something that's may have even been cut out. So it could even be something like maybe it was a way that you felt or expressed yourself around a really good friend or a partner. And then that friendship ended, somebody moved away, the relationship broke up, somebody passed away even. Like, it just has this feeling that in the future, you're going to be able to express yourself in a way that you haven't been able to in a long time. But this is it's almost like you've been this energy's been sitting inside you with, like, honestly, almost like with nowhere to go. So, okay. This karmic balance, it's like a karmic balance, where I just want to say it really honestly looks like you're coming from a chrysalis, but this chrysalis seems to symbolize a major transformation in some way. Well, I mean, a chrysalis would, but it's funny because there's been a lot of readings that I've done in the last like couple years where, you know, there's been a lot of transformative energy, but there's always been some kind of a block. So I want to say, like, as a collective, I'm seeing kind of like a bit of that playing out here in your reading. And I'm definitely seeing the parts in the past where you had to be really careful, you had to be really cautious. There was usually something that you had to consider in the now and the real that needed to be dealt with before you just like glide forward and move forward and do something that you wanted to do, or follow a dream, pursue certain avenues in life that you weren't having opportunities to pursue. So that is changing. And I honestly feel like it's either changing because it's not something that you expect at all, or it's happening in a timeline that's much faster than perhaps you expect. Because it's a surprise. It's coming in as a surprise. yeah, I'm going to say that there's a part of you that's being trapped. It feels like an emotional part of you. It feels like just caught up in cautiously working and learning your way through, fumbling even a little bit through some life lessons here. And these are lessons that you didn't have a lot of experience to back you up with. I want to say too, like maybe not even a lot of people or resources around you that would know how to deal with some sort of situation that you have been working through. But I honestly, Aries, I see that you are literally right now, as I speak, as you're coming to this reading, you are on the way to some sort of big abundance here. It's big abundance. It's very counterpart energy. So I also want to say, if it's not like a personal counterpart, like a person that you're going to meet, it definitely is like a counterpart to a part of you that hasn't been really exercised or utilized or tapped into for quite some time. It really does show that this is something that's been held back for a long time, and it's about to, yeah, start moving forward. Yeah, I just keep getting confirmation. Like hatching out of the chrysalis. It literally is hatching out of the chrysalis, Aries. And healing. Yeah, wow. There's a lot of healing here. It honestly is. It's kind of like, you know, if the metamorphosis, the, what the hell is that called? Shit. The, metaphor. Metaphor. It's just my menopausal brain fog. The metaphor of, you know, like if you've got an injury, you've got a boo-boo, you have a broken bone, it has to sit in the cast. This is really the stage of the cast has come off, and now you're exercising it. Like you're something that has been healed, but it can only get stronger if it's exercised. And this is a part of your life, a part of you emotionally that's been really held back from being able to do this, is moving forward. And I feel like it's going to move forward faster than you perceive or imagine that it would. Or it's just something that you've completely like taken off your radar. So it will surprise you in some way. I'm going to go do the extended, Aries. In the extended, we're going to see where everything is taking you right now, as well as where and what to focus on as you're moving forward. Thank you so much, Aries. Until next time, to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.